Hello everyone, welcome to another live stream. Hi there. Hi the Repco, hi the Artistic Panda, hi the generic person, hi. How you doing? Hold on, let me just get a cup of tea, if you will. I wouldn't mind one. I'm just gonna... Day 17 but you make it to make him off gets hard. Yeah, I know generic person, I know my answer. Tastes absolutely the same. Hold on, I need to boil some water first. It's love. So we're looking for is love. These eyes to light up the skies, to open the world and the force that serves will be here, and you'll be alright. How is everyone doing, by the way? How are you all doing on this day? Hope all is well. I really do hope all is going well. Today we'll obviously do the usual. I had to restart my PC again, so... Actually, hold on, I need to turn everything back on. I had to restart my PC again because it was dying hard, so... Here it is. Let's get some... I won't make how Mav gets me hard now. I think that must be a hard no for me. Massive stomach bug nap I just took. What's a stomach bug nap? Does that mean just like a really big nap? Good for you in that case. Good for you. Never say I'm gonna sleep. The last time the stream disintegrated, yeah. Well, such is life, but this time we'll get to work. That's because we're not that far off from finishing the video, and I would really like to, from stomach bug, or like from being sick. Dizziness, nausea. Oh, I see. Well, I hope after the nap you're feeling better, I suppose. I sure do hope that much at least. 5 more minutes to Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, exactly. I have been watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia actually. And I'm finally getting to like the newer episodes. Not from years ago. When you stream where your mask installs gay femboy. What is that? Genuinely, what is the gay femboy? I've seen you send screenshots. Hold on, let's do a deep dive on the gay femboy Wikipedia article because I am just thrilled to find out. I feel like we need to know. It's gay femboy. Lincoln Given. I know. I've seen it, but I still don't understand exactly what it is. It has a fake competition Brazil, France, Germany, Israel, Mexico, United States, Switzerland, and Vietnam. This is just comical. This is just utterly comical. This is considering the member reviews all entries. If Gabe Employee identifies that the malware process has been terminated, initiate a restart. But this is wild. Short coffee pen changer. Alright, anyway, hold on. If we may take a bit of a break from Gay Femboy malware. A sentence I didn't think I would say. I need to get to this. Also, more importantly, we need something to render in the background. Because I don't want to be wasting time, and I feel like if we don't render, then we might be behind. We are right now on page 7 when it comes to renders, which is a bit far back. Imagine you have bond between two oxygens. In this case, these are not the yes, orbitals because they cancel each other out. You just get the sigma bonding orbital, two pi bonding orbitals, and two half-filled anti-bonding pi. Okay. Now, how do I want to visualize this? Because later on I do want to make the important point that all of these energy levels are just different shapes of the electron cloud. But it will be the most concise, I do believe, to just showcase it with the literal symbols, the sigma and pi. Yeah. What do I have bond between two oxygens? I have bond between two oxygens. So in order to do a bond between two oxygens, we'll need to move the camera to the side, like 40. There we go. Then just move it to the side. This does look quite curious. There's a lot of humorish kind of. There's a lot of balls in there, by point being. Okay. So in this case, what we would like is. I should get a sip of water. Okay. We could have like a single sigma antibonding sigma antibonding pi and then pi right here. No something Greek. Thank you, Caper. Thank you. Make it. Do you remember the AI fairy boyfriend ad? You got to show it on the stream. Yes, I do remember that, and I've seen the message in charity checkups. Why has everything had to be gay femboy nowadays? Why does everything just have to be gay femboy? Okay. I think too much. I should just go ahead and do it. Which would be. I do believe geometry nodes would be better, because with geometry nodes it would let me control them more. Thank you, Caper. I do appreciate it. I am trying my best at the moment. I am trying to go more for quality over quantity as of late, clearly. I haven't uploaded a single thing in 2 weeks. Goodness gracious me. I really need to get a move on. Oh, by the way, the name of the stream, right. Today we'll mostly focus on fully editing all of this, which will require me to do sound design, which I dislike and I'm not good at. So it will be an adventure, but at least it won't be quite as boring to watch as just editing, because, well, when it comes to editing, I just move along and then just add things. With sound design, hopefully it'll be a bit more creative, because we need to actually have it be some sounds. But first things first, we'll have a cube like this. This cube, we want it to be wider, so let's say 5 meters. This, let's say 0.3 and 0.3, like so. Brilliant. And then transform geometry. And we will need 6. 2 of which will be in the middle. So here's what we'll do. We'll do 1. Let's do it the dumb way. Actually, not so dumb way. Let's do it the semi-dumb way. Drawing geometry. There we go. And then we'll have index switch right here with vector. Vector will go into the index switch will go into the translation, and then this will control where each one of them goes. And we want 6 of them, and then they will be x going down first, so -4. Then we'll have, let's say right here, -2 and -1. No, 4. Brilliant. Ah, screw it, that's like, yeah, no, that's fine. I really wish there was a better way to just add more vectors. There we go. The last one, obviously, we have 4, because the whole reason why we're doing a geometry nodes, the whole reason why we're adding these values manually is because we want full control. We want it to be exact distances, because the very important point of this chapter is that we cannot lose the distances. The distances matter. So let's have a 4. No, wait, let's have a -4. Let's have a 4. Let's have a 2. Let's have a 2. There we go. I suppose I could decrease it to, I think, -1 should be fine, and 1. Is that too close? That would be too close. Nothing is ever perfect. There we go. 1.5 and 1.5. Brilliant. Set material. White. And then finally store named attribute. And color. Now all of these should just be white. See? Brilliant. This is quite exactly what I was looking for. The only thing we can change this to like a... No, let's keep it at a 4. And the whole point here is that right here we'll have a sigma, we'll have a pi conjugated, and, well, not conjugated, so make it's not mathematics. Anti-bonding pi, anti-bonding sigma. And we'll move the camera a bit higher up once they appear. Okay. Brilliant. Render animation. Back to the video. Let me just enable desktop audio so that you can hear. Jeez, that's so loud. That is so unnecessarily loud. Hold on. Mixer, yeah. Okay, brilliant. And so here the video begins. Music first. First things first, music. I usually like to do this thing where I end the video on the same piece of music as I start the video. Simply because it just ties the whole thing together. I think it's really nice. Hold on. I feel like Quantum Dreams would just be a very fitting song. But no, for this kind of video, I have received quite a couple complaints that music was a fair bit distracting. So how about some jazz? Yeah, sure. Why not?
From basic mathematics, mechanics, up to electron obtuse. And as such, I will not be repeating myself. So with electron obtuse is where we'll start. So, one is obtuse, closer together, these two obtuse.
Okay. Right here, I can maybe have it be a bit better.
Quantum mechanics, up to electron obtuse. And as such,
I imagine some kind of break in music would be quite nice.
I will not be repeating myself. So with electron I will not be repeating myself. So with electron obtuse is basic mathematics through quantum mechanics up to electron obtuse. And as such, I will not be repeating myself. So with electron obtuse is where we'll start. So, one is not be repeating myself. So
Right here, if this went to black string, this could be better.
So with electron obtuse is where we'll start. So, one is obtuse like this.
Okay.
Two, one is obtuse,
And here problems really begin. Because I've set up all of these animations with really sound effects in mind, unfortunately, which isn't great considering how as I mentioned, I absolutely suck at sound design.
bring them closer together.
Right here, just really something is needed. Alright, let me have a thunk of what I can put in the. By the way, I noticed you all just stopped chatting, and I feel free. I know I'm working in the background, but I can still read and reply. I can multitask. I have the ability. Perfect. Absolutely exactly what I was looking for. I think this might be a bit loud. Let me just set it to -4.
Rules I've explained in the last video, when you bring them closer together, these two obtuse become two new obtuse. The bonding explained in the last video, when you bring them closer together, these two obtuse become two new obtuse.
Right here there's a gap in music, which I normally really like using, because when I make a point at the end, if I need a breather, if I make a point right here, then I can use the gap in music to stretch it out for as long as I want. But unfortunately this gets kind of wasting it. It's not too bad, it doesn't hold anything, but it's just a bit of a wasted opportunity.
As the name would suggest, the bonding sigma.
There we go.
Our molecule bond, whilst the anti-bonding does the exact opposite.
Okay, so far we're going strong. 40 seconds. Already finished. Only 20 more minutes to go. 20 something. And right here I would like to add in the last video. So right away, right here, I feel like it would be really nice to just shoehorn in the last video, simply because, just to acknowledge the fact that the context is missing. Yeah, I do believe this is the best looking part of that video. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
In the last video, we've talked about this through a lens of quantum mechanics and wave functions. This time we'll focus on the obtuse and shapes. So, sigma bonds look like this. Antibonding sigma looks like this. Now you can see that the bonding brings the atoms together, whilst the antibonding on the obtuse and shapes. So,
Okay. I need one more thing, that is the arrow. Crucial arrow, very important arrow. Did Remco answer my question? Oh wait, from the last stream, the Planck's length. As I mentioned, this feels more like a general physics question. Remco does particle physics. Oh.
sigma bonds look like this.
Okay. Remco Savov is turning over us. I don't think so.
Antibonding sigma looks like this.
Okay. Unnecessary loud, splendid.
Sigma bonds look like this. Antibonding sigma looks like this. Sigma bonds look like this.
Still maybe a bit too. Let's drop it by 5. There we go.
Antibonding sigma looks like this. Now you can see that the bonding brings the atoms together, whilst the
Splendid. Splendid. 1 minute finished.
But the bond between two hydrogens I've covered before, so let's focus on some new material. For example,
And
a bond between two p-obtuse, whilst s-obtuse are simple spheres,
how do you afford to live when you're literally live all the time? What I don't understand the question, Fuzzballs.
p-obtuse are hourglass shaped, so a bond between them will look more like this. And this is a pi bond.
Right here, the liquidy sound would also be nice. Fortunately, I have a lot of liquidy sounds. Just for scenarios like these. Yes, just for when I need to show off how two p orbitals can come together to create a pi bonding orbital. It's not the first time this happened. But this one is a bit large. Is there anything... in a bit...
This and this.
There we go. I'm pretty sure it's related to quantum mechanics. Planck, I'll be honest, I don't know. If you want... You can ask Remco in this next year. We kind of missed him, unfortunately.
And this is a pi bond. So I feel like the difference between a pi bond and a sigma bond is pretty clear and pretty self-explanatory. But what's important to see is
This one will be a biggie. Because right here,
when we have a sigma bond,
I do want some kind of nice appearance sound for this. Something really nice. That's what was titles is so true. Oh, what title? There's a charger. Something. isn't terrible.
When you have a sigma
Not great either. Yeah, reset.
basically, when you have a sigma bond, when you have a sigma bond,
Okay. I can make this work.
when you have a sigma bond,
Oh, I need one more drink of water. Okay. Splendid. Pitch and shifter, yes. Want to go low, do you want to go high?
when you have a sigma bond, the bonding. When you have a sigma bond, when you have a sigma bond,
Ah, damn it. What do I want from this? I do want to spend a fair bit longer on this sound effect simply because I can reuse it later on. I do believe I had some kind of... In the past, there was one video in which I used the cracking ice sound. I remember I couldn't, for the life of me, I couldn't find cracking ice absolutely anywhere on the internet. Oh shit, Remco's here, yeah? You better watch yourself. Absolutely not. Utterly not. Eh. Hmm. Eh. Hmm. Ah. Ah. Hmm. Hmm. This is going to take a fair bit more effort.
a sigma bond, the bond. When you have
I really like this. That was quick.
a sigma bond, when you have a sigma bond, when you have a sigma bond, the bonding. When you have a sigma bond,
Yeah, there we go. I already like this. Now, if I remember correctly, the way I managed to merge sounds in the past normally is I did this, then this, then this, and then this. There we go.
so basically, when you have a sigma bond, the
Splendid.
bonding sigma is lower in energy than the SO.
And now this sound has to start right here. We would like it to start ideally, actually.
When you have a sigma bond, the bonding sigma.
So one of the sounds right here. Move the music down. Goodness gracious me. Adobe, you're doing absolutely everything but what I want you to do. You know what? I was about to like complain about Remco deleting Bayonet's messages, but then I saw the message and it just says "make me." Like, yeah, Bayonet, Remco can make you. Remco has mod powers. Yeah, it's inequality. That's true. It's state sanctioned inequality. Okay, pitch shifter will be important though, because that's the only way we can differentiate between them. There we go.
Antibonding sigma is higher. When you have a sigma bond,
The sound is way too loud still. It is way, way, way too loud. Let's give it -4.
when you have a sigma bond, the bonding sigma is lower in energy than the s obtuse, whilst the antibonding sigma is higher. Now,
Brilliant. And perfect.
less energy means more stable bond, because everything in our universe wants to have as little energy as possible. This means that if we start with one electron on each s
Oh, whoops, right here.
as possible. This means that if we start with one electron on each s orbital, both of them will fall onto the sigma.
Splendid. Another sound effect, please. This is still going. 47 frames. It's gonna be a while. Fortunately, we are around 1/5 of the way to where I finished the normal edit. To be fair, then we need to finish the rest of the video. But, you know, it's about the little wins. Sick my mind. Okay. Air whoosh. That's a standard. Why not?
Will fall onto the sigma. Will fall onto the
Let's have the air whoosh, see how it goes. We try to maintain the audio pitch. Terrible, utterly terrible. Alright. Message received loud and clear. What about this? Make it. Maybe the silence is the sound you search for. I don't want to be lazy. I mean, I don't want to overdo it either, but I don't want to just be lazy. If you have generative chemistry, I'll probably need to rewatch Maker's chemistry videos. I am right now making a chemistry video. Oh, what a coincidence. Would you believe it? I had to stream in the background video, and as soon as I ended, they went to stream again. Now I hear you double. The perfect soundtrack of absolute silence is hell to find. I usually. Okay, this is genuine actually. I did in the past had to record silence for some of my videos because silence still has noise, and there's a difference between genuine silence and just silence.
will fall onto the sigma bond.
Actually, I don't hide this. Hold on.
Will fall onto the sigma bond, reducing energy, causing it to be more stable. But if we start with two but if we start with two each, two will go to
My chemistry professor is only who hasn't responded to my email about missing the first week of classes. Why do I have a bad feeling? Oh, it's probably fine. The professor is probably just like doesn't check their email that much.
two of them will go to anti-sigma.
No, yeah, maybe I'm off with some effects.
You need more energy, no bond. That's why hydrogen bonds and helium doesn't. Now let's add the p obtuse to the picture.
okay, we're not going to use all the sound effects, but we're going to do like overlapping.
Now let's add the POP.
There we go. And right here.
To the picture like so.
Okay, maybe we need a bit more.
So. Add the POP to the picture like so. There we go. To the picture like so.
Brilliant. Where's Katsi? You're part of the Meowers now. I don't know where Katsi is. If you want, I can ping Katsi. Let them know that the Meowers. No, you can ping Katsi as well, I suppose.
We've got additional 2 obtus per subshell, which means that we've got 3 obtus per side. This is what they all look like. And as you can see, P means this kind of hourglass shape. We'll get to it soon. And each of these obtus is just a different rotation. Now when they bond, they produce
Of even more sound effects. Why must I do this to myself?
Now when they bond, they produce 2 pi bonds and a single sigma bond. And we've already got a couple of things to discuss. First of all, pi bonds.
Right here we need some kind of music. New jazz track. Something to really get going in the background. No. Yeah, sure, why hell not?
They produce 2 pi bonds and a single sigma bond. And we've already got a couple of things to discuss. First of all, pi bonds have a smaller difference. First of all, pi bonds have a smaller difference in energy than sigma bonds. This makes them weaker and... Okay, think about it this way. Imagine that you have a weight on a table. Heck, imagine you have...
Alright. Where's my... Okay, first of all, here's my bait and switch. Where's my plastic box dropping to the ground sound effect? That is a crucial... That could actually work as well, yes. Okay, let's see, I hope this will work. This it seems like a bit too long of a sound effect, but whatever, I'll make it work. Comically way too loud. Way too loud. How are you here? Hey, Complex is not watching me. Let's do a -6. Yeah, brilliant, and then the classic pitch shifter.
Two weights on the table. One heavy, one heavy.
Still a bit too loud. Let's do -4. Why not?
Two weights on the table. One heavy.
It's brilliant, and then right here we want audio to... Actually, first of all, let's slow it down, speed it up. Oh, damn it, no. We need to leave it as is, and then just take the pitch shifter and drop it way down. See. No, that still is wrong. Damn it! Why do I have only one sound effect of something dropping? So much fun with Pebble on Discord. Pebble is on Discord? On the Discord server or just in general on Discord? The email address guy is Pebble, right? I have no clue. I lost track. Could I make this work? Too many pebbles. I don't think that's Pebble because Pebble... I think Pebble tried joining in recently. Why do I have two sound effect folders? This is just so much more confusing. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. How do I have... Hi, the Katsi, by the way.
Meow.
Yeah, hi there.
How you doing?
Doing well, just editing.
Hmm. Today is just a good day. Like, I don't know, vibes are just very good for some reason. At least for me.
Good for you.
Are you still on down vibes? Or are you better?
No, I'm still there. Have you considered just trying to be good at sound design, just as a suggestion? Thank you, Betsek. I wish I thought of that.
Man, backleaders these days.
Well, this won't work. I need metal. Okay, YouTube sound effects library. They have to have at least one metal drop MP3.
metal drop.
Just gonna have the piano as a background for the script. Just slide whistle for everything. Okay, YouTube does have an audio library with sound effects, and I would like metal.
Metal. What you need metal for?
I have a metal object that's just. Oh,
It's to be making sounds.
oh, that's actually pretty good. Wood hit metal crash. Yeah, sure, I'm all for it. By the way, their voice is too quiet. Can't hear them. Oh, can't hear Katsi. Hold on, let me bring him up. There, now it should be better. Let's see. The video is also gonna be really loud, but it's right here. Actually, consider that.
Here on the side, allow these bars to represent potential energy of the and one lighter. Here
Okay, but that's way too loud. Yep.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome
Something
back.
happened. There was a turbulence on the plane.
Okay.
Are you Twin Towers?
Am I
Because I have a crush on you.
That's not. You didn't. No, whatever.
Well, you have a better
Minus
joke.
6.
You have a better joke.
lighter.
I don't feel like you need Twin Towers to say the crash thing.
It just popped in my head. I just, you know.
Fine.
It do be like that sometimes.
Bars to represent potential
Yeah.
energy of the weights. They both start at the same point because potential energy is relative. And we have two additional steps.
There we go. 3 minutes of the video finished. How long has the stream been going for? An hour. That's actually a pretty good time.
Reach. First, we can drop the
Yeah.
weights.
That's a pretty good time.
You're making progress.
I'm making something, clearly.
Do you think the video is coming out today?
I hope so. Otherwise, it's not gonna be great.
Do you think I'm coming out today?
Have you not come out already?
I guess. Depends to who.
You sound so disappointed. I haven't downloaded any memes in a while. I just have my downloads folder open on the side because, well, I got the sound and just.
You want some memes, you say?
No.
I can provide.
Remco, jeez, uncalled for. Hey, Katsi being here accounts for like 90% of the viewership on these streams.
Yeah. People love me.
We done the polls, we done the numbers. Most people here are in fact, there are more people here for Katsi than for me. without Katsi, his medium would die. Oh shit, the samples are way off. I fucked it up. In this case, imagine you have a bond between two oxygens. In this case, you just got all the because they
Why are you picking on me, Remco? What the fuck did I do to you?
Obtus to have failed anti-bonding. Sigma bonding obtus to pi bonding obtus and anti-bonding pi. Okay, well, let's just go for. Just do the sigma and pi. Please understand how to double down on that. Well, Katsi, it's not like you can't relate to doubling down on the joke instead of just letting it go. You did just go on with the Twin Towers like a second ago, so I mean...
I didn't double down on it.
The fact that you finished the joke is very much double downing on it.
Was about to like fucking back down? Like, oh, actually nobody laughed. I'm not gonna finish the joke.
Yeah, that's the opposite of double downing. It's backing down. Should be backing up, I guess.
Double upping.
single upping.
Single topping. That's what you do.
Single topping. That is what I do. Yeah. Single topping is an astute observation.
I think I should be a model, I'm sure. That is a bit of a, what you call it, oxymoron.
I don't see it as one. I could make it work.
How?
Orange, blue in the checkout? I don't think Katsi is blue, actually.
Yeah, I'm not blue. Should I be blue?
Oh, no.
I can be blue.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
Do I even have any rules for giving people blue at this point? It used to be that blue was for experts. That was the deal. But then I gave blue to all matter. It used to be for smart people. Back in my day, blue used to only be for smart people.
Now these woke liberals, these woke liberals made it so.
I got, by the way, with Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I started watching it from the first season forward. And like, and I only now got to like the modern episode, modern-ish. And the first episode they did after pandemic, like, Always Sunny in Philadelphia is a show that never really pulled its punches. Honest, I don't even know what to give as an example. Like, they said the N-word just to the Hana in the show.
What?
They never pulled their punches, but it was still so funny to see how in like one of the modern shows when they do a recap of 2020, like every single event surrounding the US election, the gang like had played a part in. It's just I like the fact that they could like they commit to the bit. You know what? I just gave you a hard time for committing to the bit, but you know what? Never mind. I suppose it's fair.
You always give me a hard time.
Nowadays, the kids just show off some money and buy the blue. Who bought the blue? Remco. Who has bought the blue? I'm sorry. Are you suggesting that I can be bought? Unless you're referring to the philanthropist, but I mean that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Timon. Oh, but the deal with Timon was that the deal with Timon was I gave him the blue for just like 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes I was supposed to remove it. Hold on. Let me try something, Remco. I need to remove your mod for a second. Don't panic. I'm cooking. Let me cook. Have trust in the god. There we go. Congrats. I deem the managing moderator now. You have now power to manage other moderators. And when Timon comes, you can yourself remove the blue wrench from Timon. Because Lord knows I'm gonna forget.
You're the best, my kid.
I know, I am.
Can he up me? Can he manage me?
I think you can actually. Yeah. There are only two roles on the YouTube you can have. That is the standard moderator and managing. And when it comes to managing, I'm pretty certain it's only right now Remco, Ali, and Tefta. Ali and Tefta have that from back in the olden days.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can kick myself. Can you know?
They don't look any different in chat.
Yeah, I know. That you have to take my word for it. Otherwise, because I mean, there is genuinely like no.
Listen, I believe you when you say that Remco could handle me.
I
think
can't
you're an
angry
expert in
people.
this situation.
We
You have the
can
knowledge.
we can test. I can give Katsi standard moderator, and you can try your powers on Katsi. It said that managing moderators can. Hold on.
Damn.
Let me just see. Can change chat modes in live. Can also have capacity of standard moderators. Oh no! You can manage blocked wars and change chat in modern live. Change chat modes in live. Never mind. Katsi, give me it back.
What the fuck? No. No.
I do believe.
Why you?
I do believe kids these days call it edging.
I wasn't gonna say it. I thought you hated that joke, but okay.
I do hate the word, and it pains me every single time I have to say it. But there is no way I can make it analogous to sexual interaction without using that word, unfortunately.
Mm.
Well, whatever. You can't do the things I mentioned, but you still can have managing moderator. Can remove their messages now. To be similar, it's true. There we go. So that's something.
I just realized
Oh.
I could have been here talking instead of writing all that.
Yeah, you could have, yeah.
That would
I
have
mean,
made it so much
fine.
funnier.
Enjoy your new mod abuse powers.
I have no clue what I just got, but thank you. I will enjoy
I don't
them.
know. It's a higher moderator rank. I don't know what it does exactly either.
I don't mind being abused by Remco.
All right.
Cheers to you, Remco, though. Cheers.
There you go. He's been abused. He's been humbled.
Ah.
I think
But wait. But you said, by the way,
you
that
can come back.
nowadays kids can pay for the blue. Hold on. Who genuinely? Did I
No,
miss
that was
someone?
A joke. No, that was a joke.
Okay, because you got me worried for a second. I feel I genuinely missed someone.
No. I was playing the back in my day everything was based on skills.
It's very important
Everything
because,
was based
like,
on money.
at the end of this video, I did record the ad for Nichols, and the whole point of that ad is just like, it's a normal ad, but then I just go on this very short rant where I'm basically saying that the reason why I'm getting paid one nickel for the entire ad is because I'm already getting like a bunch of requests from different companies to sponsor me, and I have declined every single one of them because you can't fucking pay me money to support something I don't want to. And the reason why I'm doing an endorsement for the nickel is because I fucking believe in the nickel. That's the entire.
You also aren't receiving any money.
Yeah, I'm doing the ad for free because I believe in the nickel. I don't need to get paid to endorse the nickel because it's a good product. But yeah, but the point is,
What if you're paid with lip service?
You know what? It was better when he was not in this school. There we go. So keep going. You were saying something.
I actually finished. I was just working on the video. I was just editing. Well, not animating. Sorry. Katsu, do you still want to be abused?
I'm already abused by you a lot too.
Well, that's not
You
wrong.
say you're saying he likes the abusing. Or she.
Yeah,
Okay.
Katsi
That's
agrees with me because Katsi is kind of like open about being a bottom, and that just agrees with me, you know.
Don't worry, he can stay here. It's fine.
The permission. Oh fuck! What have I done? Why is this sideways? Oh shit! Because the entire fucking world is sideways. Nah, every single time I make a video, Z direction is up and down, Y is forwards, backwards, and X is left and right. And this is the only video in which X is the forwards, backwards. And every single fucking thing I've created up to this point doesn't work. I'm fine. What am I yelling about? My goodness, it's just that I'm yelling about the program. I need to drink my tea.
No.
What I was saying is,
Ugh.
Remco, you like BDSM, I like BDSM. We're not the same.
That's I don't think it's an old shit. I don't think Remco will get that one.
Oh.
Let me do some quick googling.
No,
Listen,
the point is, I'm not gonna explain it. You see, the thing is, when it comes to this community, what many people don't realize is that this community brings, like, the only combining factor of people in this community is that they need to like science, right? And that means that when it comes to character of different people, it doesn't really discriminate. It can have any character, it doesn't matter. As long as people are scientific, they can join in. And the pickle here is that there are like, just, you can have so many different types of characters on the same server, and I am pretty good at like adapting depending on who I talk to. But when Remco and Katsi, for example, with both of you join the voice chat right now, I'm struggling to find the middle ground because you're different, and I don't know where to go with this.
There is no middle ground. It's just two peaks and that's it. One is going up, one is going down.
I like how that was a very like a casual compliment. Two peaks.
Yeah, but one is going down. It's a peak in the ocean. It's like more like a level.
That's the opposite of a peak.
that's not a peak.
It depends on your perspective, okay?
That's
if you're
a-
a fish,
that's
it's
a-
definitely a peak.
That's a depression.
If you're a fish, it's a peak.
If you're a fish, it's a peak. That's a good question, actually. Do you think fish... First, I have so many questions about fish, by the way. I know that this is a very slight one, but I have like so many questions about fish that I feel like need answering. Do you all realize like what fish must think of the air? Do
It's a
you
barrier.
like do you realize? Can you even like to us what sky is? That's not even air to fish. I feel like I'm going insane, honestly, with the topic I started. I have a lot of strongest opinions about fish. My point is, okay, and I'm ready to go. I need to have another drink because I cannot even.
Tea?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my life back on track.
Yeah, you do that with alcohol, not with tea.
Alcohol problem only when the cup is empty. But no, the thing is, like, you know how I have these like manic ups, manic downs, you know, this waviness. Well, recently, my manics, it's been a bit out of whack. I'm trying to get this back on track, so I'm doing a bit of a detox from everything I can. And I'm just drinking fucking tea. You know what it tastes like? Have you ever eaten grass?
Yes.
Imagine that as a drink, and people call it good.
I
don't think
eating
you're
grass.
having the right tea. I think you have a. Oh, actually, yeah, I like eating grass too.
See, that middle ground.
I mean,
Middle ground.
I mean, to be fair, when Katsi lost the bet to me, they did eat grass, so that is genuine, honorable behavior, though. But
You can cook grass and it's just good. I don't see the problem.
You can smoke it too.
You just need to like
you're very
clear the
versatile.
dirt.
Drinking grass, eating grass, smoking grass. I have it all, you know.
Oh, smoking is not eating. I see.
That's just eating for bananas, no?
I would say smoking is eating.
Isn't it incredible how grass is the one thing you can ingest with almost every sense? I'm sorry, I am not in the right spirits for this. I really have the itch, like I keep looking
It's-
of I'm looking over at my table constantly, and I have this unfinished I2S project. I just want it to be finished, but there's this fucking chemistry video I cannot get over.
Continue the chemistry.
I need to finish the chemistry so I can be done with it. Oh my goodness, just like, oh.
All right, Katsi, shut up. Me, shut up. Make it work on. Wait, in another order.
Don't
Katsi, shut
tell
up.
me
Make-
what to do!
Don't work on the video. Don't do it.
Remco, speak up. Katsi, speak up. Don't tell me what to do.
Meow.
You know what? Because of that, I will make sure Katsi doesn't speak up.
Hold on,
Oh,
I'm
wait,
confused.
No, I've.
Hold on, I'm confused. Where are we with this? Because I'm not gonna lie, I got kind of lost.
Why is there a sigma and a pi?
Because I'm hungry.
I don't know what you're doing either, because you said don't tell me what to do, and then you proceeded to tell me what to do.
Yeah, I can tell you what to do. You can't tell me what to do. How would you not
I
get?
wasn't.
It's called a dictatorship, Kat. It's called a dictatorship.
Yeah, I mean, whichever one you want. Like.
It's called an abusive relationship.
Abusive relationship, dictatorship, sociopathy. I honestly don't care. My blender just crashed. It just. Oh, that's cool. That's great.
Mm.
It
You know
does
what?
that.
You're
from time to time.
welcome.
You have Remco in the chat. Why not physics? That's a good question, actually. Melons.
Melons! I was just going to say that as well.
Melons, huh?
You read my mind. So I continued with the melons.
Mm-hmm.
I will leave it at that.
That's it. That's the end.
Yeah, you playing with your melons. Yeah.
I like the way the colors are introduced because they actually clear it up a fair bit with the, at least in my opinion. But the singular colors, not the multiple colors, those I don't get. Those I just don't understand.
The colors make it more confusing to me.
Well,
Why
yeah,
would you use colors? You know what? They actually made a reference to graph theory with, in particular, the color maps, like the color theorems. They can like color every area with like 3 different colors, or every country, whatever.
colors.
I genuinely thought that when I first saw that they were only using red, green, blue, and the splits. I don't
Oh, no,
know
there's
why
also
I thought
purple.
that. Of
I
course,
mean, they
they
use colors. Maybe if they wanted us to understand, they should have used colors.
You see, and now this is what I'm talking about, the middle ground, right? Like, there isn't one. There really isn't one. I'm not gonna ask questions. The dashed line just can piss off. Whatever. I don't care.
I'm still working on that.
Yeah, I need to wait. I can do it. I'm a very patient individual.
Yes, but it has to be done by tomorrow.
I'm patient, but if I don't finish it now, I'm losing my mind.
That is not a valid argument. You're already losing your mind. Oh, well, Makeit's already losing his mind.
Well, I was what I was saying. I was impersonating our golden savior make it.
No, that's kind of catchy.
When in doubt, play music and imagine you're Ryan Gosling.
Imagine! Ouch! Okay, I'm back to it. I really should have moved the piano back. It's wildly distracting to just have something you can play at all times. Shut up, Katsi!
Alright.
See, I knew the second I said it. I knew. Don't even. I'm 3 steps ahead of you right now. Hello, gazing guys. Hi, the caper.
I did not even mute Katsi. Katsi muted themselves.
Yeah. Because Katsi was about to make a joke and I just sensed it. Okay.
Guys, this stream has 0 likes. Act up.
Yeah.
Start doing something.
This is all geometry. What's up?
You in particular. Why are you not liking the stream?
I like make it, and I like you.
This is how I deal with my problems.
Oh, I need to.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, I did that.
You did that. Why
Yeah,
did you do
yeah.
that?
Don't start with me. Don't listen. You all. I genuinely, if right now I just all of a sudden realize that my PC has been turned off this entire time, and this entire live stream was just a schizophrenic hallucination, and I've been just talking to myself, I wouldn't even bat an eye at that point. So don't just even. I'm not saying you shouldn't be here, shouldn't speak. No, do go ahead, do speak. Just. Okay. You get me. You understand? Yeah, you understand. You get it. All right. Why isn't this piece of shit working?
That's not a way to refer to Katsi.
Flattering to you. Am I too flattering to Remco?
Just say the word, make it.
Yeah, this got twisted very quickly. What do you mean, Ninja? Ninja, what do you mean? What do you mean this got twisted very quickly? Me?
Twisted, like them topological melons.
I am... My tea ran out.
Should I just leave it to ya and you can work on your chemistry?
No. I don't want you to think that you're impairing on me in any way. I like your company, Remco, and I'm doing fine work-wise. I'm struggling because of the piece of shit geometry nodes, not because of you. Don't worry about it. It's great. It's fine. I just wish that I honestly want to have a drink right now. It's what I want, but I can't.
Detox. I'll drink for ya. Don't worry. I'll take two.
You've got the tea. Can drink that.
I'm trying out something new, and so I should stick it out. I need another cut. I'm gonna do the thing that seems like such a just poverty move, but it's actually genuinely a good thing to do. Which is I'm gonna use the same tea bag I did for this cup of tea to make the next cup of tea, because they just don't run out.
That is so Dutch of you. We do that like 3 times. Because it's such a waste to throw them away after the first use.
Yeah, they just don't run out, do they? I honestly...
Yeah. You can do it like 3 or 4
when
times.
a guy puts like a Lipton back in...
I remember I was once talking, I was invited, I don't even know how many years ago that was, but I was invited to someone's house and they gave me a cup of tea, and someone else mentioned how we should reuse the tea bags. Just pour, reuse makes it sound bad. You just pour another cup of hot water, right? That's what you do. And then the owner was like, "Oh no, we're not starving. We have money. You can just have another tea bag. It's fine." It does taste like tea to me. I understand why people like it. Okay, don't get me wrong. I understand some people like it. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend as if there's the objectively right taste or something, but I have to say, it does feel like tea has everything but taste. It doesn't have a flavor. It has like a memory of a flavor. It honestly feels like as if you're drinking a cup of water and just really good at imagining what tea tastes like. At least that's...
I have 2 things to say to this. First, if you can enhance it with honey, if you're mundane.
Oh yeah, or sugar. Or sugar, yeah, I know. Anything sweet, yeah. 2,
spike it. Way better.
I know, but both of these would kind of go against my whole detox thing. That's, If I was gonna spike it, I would just make Irish coffee, alright? I wouldn't bother with some fucking tea.
I was thinking of Irish tea, but yes, Irish coffee also works.
Is Irish tea a thing? Really?
No, but you can make it the thing. Although it's kind of a waste of the whiskey to mix it with water.
Just add alcohol to anything.
My Irish tea is basically just a whiskey with some ice cubes in there.
That's just a whiskey. The vanilla Irish coffee is delicious because it has the same flavor profile, whatever you can call it, as spicy hot chocolate, and it's delicious. Sake or sake. I don't know if that's
sake is rice wine.
But or is that sake for the sake of something? Because
it's sake.
No, it's sake.
Also, I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be speaking.
Katsi started us with such a great mood, and just the abusive relationship that is these streams are just Just ruins it.
It was nice to know Katsi in a positive mood, but it's gone now. Forever.
I told Chikatsi, I am just one big red flag.
Oh no, you don't say.
May I suggest something? I don't think I'm actually into BDSM. If your definition of BDSM is to mute me every fucking 5 minutes.
Wait, what? Hold on, I didn't, like, part of it cut out for me. What would you say?
Oh. I'm not into BDSM. If by your BDSM is to just kick me from the voice chat every 2 minutes.
I didn't kick you from the voice chat, that was Remco, I brought you back.
Yeah, I did like 3 times.
Yeah, it was
I
me.
brought you back 2 times. That's kind of like Jesus.
Yeah, I suppose I should have... I mean...
Yeah, you kick me 3 times, I kick you 3 times, my uncle kicked you 3 times. You know, doesn't matter.
You want the 4th time? I can arrange that.
Okay,
Anyways,
stop fighting!
Anyways, I'm not fighting.
You kicked Katsi 3 times from the voice chat!
Yes, so?
I cannot take this today. I cannot take this today. Just, I cannot.
What I was going to say, and I'll leave from that because I need to study as well.
It's
Low abuse.
I don't mind the red flags because I am a very much proponent of communism and dictatorship when I'm in power as well. So, don't worry, I support your red flag.
Hi, the Tefta. How you doing?
Hey, Tefta.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's just... Yep. How's it going for you?
You guys were fighting, so I had to step in.
Yes, the mediator. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah,
How's everyone doing today?
I'll leave the kicking Katsi to you now. I'll go and study. So,
Why does
ciao, ciao.
everyone have to kick Katsi? Honestly, you're making me look like a bad community head. Well, I mean, I'm not a good one, but you know, you're making me. It's all about perception.
Well,
I'm trying to be a.
You're good at giving head at least.
I'm trying to be the bad community head, but at least the perception of me has to be.
You're
Good.
the good bat with job boss.
I am the good bad with job boss. Yes.
Hmm.
How's it going, Tefta?
Good. This is my last week at my old job.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh.
No, that's a good thing actually. It sounds like a bad thing, but that is actually good. Well, I'm used. In my opinion, it's a good thing, isn't it? Yeah, because
I guess
Tefta is moving.
they're throwing me a party on Wednesday, and so that will be interesting.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. That is really nice. To me, it's just the universe correcting itself finally, because it just feels wrong for you to just not have the engineer thing as a main job. Well, soon you will. That would also take me some time to adjust.
Okay, you made me sad. I'll go now. Bye.
Why did
see
I
you
make
later.
you? Oh, damn it.
No. I didn't mean to make anyone sad, or you did.
No, I think it was to me. I didn't mean either, but well, it's just that kind of day.
It's rainy here, so it makes sense. Like, it feels like one of those days. I just woke up.
Oh no, in this case, I have no idea. I have blinds on my windows. Like, all the light is completely blocked off. I am trying to isolate myself as much as possible, just focus on this, get it done. I have an I2C DAC, I2C audio amplifier, and an I2C microphone sitting on my desk that's just been eyeballing me for the past 3 days, waiting for me to finally do the thing with them. But I promised myself I would finish the video first, so I'm trying to do that and struggling immensely.
And you have the i2. You also have the SD. Oh yeah, you're gonna use the Raspberry Pi Zero, right?
Yeah, and the Zero on its own already has the SD reader inside, because that's what you get the operating system on.
And it has enough built in, that it can.
It does have integrated I2S as a standard, so I think it should be easier than what of course. Still, I don't know exactly how I'm going to fight this. I
the pin header too on the Zero. Have you usually I've never soldered pin headers onto a 0 before.
I did try yesterday briefly. I tried a while back ago as well. I messed it up every single time, but well, that would be the first thing I'll need to do. I'll need to solder the pin headers and everything, put it on the breadboard, and then just start the fun.
Yeah.
I wonder how work.
Well, I might have to. I've never tried to actually utilize the pins on a 0 to do stuff that I usually do on microcontrollers. Surprisingly, I just use it for a Linux machine.
Yeah, I mean that is the way it's meant to be used. The pins are just like to add modules, usually, and
Yeah.
usually the modules are just like a singular module. Like there was an entire, for example, an entire. What was the cover called? The cover that you put on all of the pins.
Oh, a hat or something.
Yeah, a hat. Yeah, thank you. There was one hat I've seen that was just a DAC, just like the DAC for audio, because that's normally how zero is used, isn't it? The way you just get a zero and then you just set up the entire zero as a single either audio system or just a camera or just like a single purpose.
Yeah. And so some of the hats allow you to extend on top of it. So they'll like have like a female and male end. So you literally could probably have like a super tall Pi Zero with 10 hats on it if you want. But not all of them are designed that way. My favorite hats are usually power management ones.
Oh, that just reminded me. I need to get some PCMs for my lithium-ion cells. Wait, PCM? Power control module? Did I get that right?
Oh, okay.
I think it's PCM. I was talking to someone and they mentioned that I can just get 3 PCMs and connect all the lithium ions separately to them. I suppose
Yeah.
fair point. And then I could just have like charging on each one separately, but all of them connected together. Which is an idea. I
That
love.
works as long as the power that you're supplying them with, has enough amperage.
That is
charge them
true.
all.
That is true. That might need quite a fair bit. I like the fact that if I want to, if need be, I can just have consistent 13 amperes going out at any point. Just consistent, in case I ever feel the need. Because there are the two kinds of amperage, aren't there? There's the instantaneous and consistent, I think. Where the instantaneous is like if you all of a sudden need a lot of amperage, but just for a moment. I remember learning about this from the power cell packs that are used in power tools, which apparently can go up to like 100 amperes for a moment of discharge, which is still ridiculous to me.
Yeah, you probably need to break friction, right? Because if you calculate friction, it's infinite.
Yeah, it's going to be massive.
It's like one of those things where the proof that you can never travel a full distance or you can never start something spinning in physics.
Yeah, the
Ridiculous
how
equations.
How the friction just is dependent on the inverse proportion to movement, right?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I never really done much with classical mechanics, so I have absolutely comically no clue how that works, despite how this is technically should be way easier than quantum stuff.
What video you're making right now?
This is the and the later chapters of the chemistry video. The whole series that goes from basic mathematics to quantum mechanics now to chemistry. And this is the chapter about metallic bonds, and I'm trying to explain why metallic bonds are conductive, why they conduct electricity. But for some reason, this entire animation is just all rendering so slowly. And I'm struggling to understand what's happening here. Can I just do it with dumb mathematics? Can I just multiply it by 2 and then subtract 1? There we go. Semi-dumb mathematics. If I bring it to a 1, that should still be a 1, correct?
Sure.
Yeah, okay, this works. Okay. My blender has really been slowing down like crazy for some reason. All of the, I'm guessing all of the metabols, the meta geometry, and the revoluing, remeshing is just messing with it. Oh, and now it has negative brightness. Well, that's not brilliant at all. I wanted to have negative brightness. Yeah,
Make black hole.
I have, yeah. I like the fact that it lets you do it, but in this case, it's very much not what I need. Now it's just a matter of remembering which one of my 30,000 different variables is responsible for regulating. I think it's ARP, which means we switch this to a 1, and that should just vanish. Let's see.
Now that I'm on my computer, I can actually see what you're doing.
Yeah, it's not much.
Yeah, so next week I will be an official AI engineer.
About damn time.
It's crazy.
Remember the old live stream where we were talking about AI safety and I labeled you as an AI expert, and back then you were like, no, you shouldn't label me as an AI expert, and now you are literally by definition an AI professional.
Yeah.
It finally feels right.
Which is funny. I would be nervous, and then like I had the interview and everything, and I speak with other people that are in artificial intelligence and even have like a PhD in it, and I'm explaining why, and I'm holding my own in the conversation, and it's at that point I'm like, okay, if I can hold my own, and this person has like a lot of schooling behind them, then I'm not at least a complete simpleton, I guess.
I think you'll be fine. Much more
I
than
do too.
you have a lot of
I'm usually-
professional. You have a lot of practical. So that's what I was looking for. You have a lot of practical experience.
Yeah. So it'll be weird because the field is changing. Like there's different types of vector databases now, and people are building the infrastructure of AI. So it's kind of interesting to just watch it. So to be get paid to research this stuff means that I'll kind of have like a front row seat to the end of humanity.
Front rows. That's
You know, I'll get to see the train as it's colliding with the other train.
I like that view. You know what? More power to you. And
But honestly, the biggest thing is that you should try to steer the train away from the collision. So there's a lot of stuff in AI, especially like job displacement, that I think there's a lot of room for us to create roles for humans. And I'm going to hopefully try to help with that. We'll see.
I have been. It's such a weird thing to see the world change because it's never in a way you expect.
Yeah.
It's always impossible to predict what's gonna happen. So I'm just and this time it's just going so much quicker. I mean, my goodness, 2020 is basically when AI became mainstream. That was just 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years.
It's maddening.
All because of the transformer architecture.
All because of the transformer architecture.
All you need is attention. And so that's what's crazy. And that's what I try to tell people. It's like, because large language models are just deep learning, it's just machine learning done with something that's very complex. And so most people just think large language models are the only AI. It's like, no, that's just the language AI. So all this stuff that we're doing with language can be applied to physics, can be applied to any sensor mechanism. Like, and in such a way that if it's a multidimensional problem, it can solve it. So the fact that we're able to quote unquote solve language with machine learning means that any other problem is like drastically simplistic in comparison.
Yeah, as long as the information isn't lost, AI can just
Yeah.
get that information somehow.
It's just a question of how much data and how accurate and how much computational power. So it will be able to predict it, but just with how much data, how much computational power, and how much accuracy.
Reduce the potential energies. And since the more massive weight has
Oh, I did have a very funny
right.
conversation with my think tank that I went to the other day.
What was it?
Well, so we have an economist in the group. We have
Oh.
like somebody that is used to be a superintendent of schools. We have doctors, we have lawyers. But this one guy, he was like, well, talking about inflation and how the governments can just print money. I'm like, well, governments don't print
It
money.
will drop more.
And he's an economist, and I'm like, no, governments don't print money. Like that's not how money is created. And he's like, yeah, they do, and blah blah blah. I'm like, no, money is only created when people take out loans from banks. Like that's how it's done. And I think even governments can take out loans from banks.
That's not a great sign for an economist. If
No, exactly. And that's what frustrates me, just like some of this, other stuff we talk about. But I'm like, this is very basic stuff that I think everyone should know, but even a lot of professionals don't know this. And so, yeah. So anyways, I ended up writing like a dissertation with AI's help and posting it in their Discord channel. But governments don't print money, banks do. Well, governments print money to replace currency that's
were
destroyed.
they talking about specifically America or general?
Specifically America, but it doesn't matter because all countries are relatively the same in the modern banking age. So if a government wants money, they're going to take out a loan from the feds, the Federal Reserve, or whatever banking institution they're in charge of, that they have over them. And those banks are private banks. They're not government.
Energy.
And so money is only created when someone takes out a loan. Because we live in a fractional reserve system. So like the bank only has to have 1/10 of the loan amount and they can loan it out. So 9/10 of that money comes out of nowhere every time someone takes out a loan. So the money supply is dictated by how many loans people take out. Consequently, that means if people stop taking out loans, there's less cash flow. There's less cash being created because our whole system is like a Ponzi scheme, right? So we have to have more money injected in and we have to produce more every year. That's why what's interesting about population decline could also just kill our economy, the world's economy.
But I mean, okay, I don't know about economics, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend as though I do. But to me, money is just an organizational tool, right?
Yeah.
So population decline doesn't seem to me like that big of a problem if it can kill the global economy, because then to me that translates to like it means that our current model of organizing just won't work anymore.
That's correct. Yeah, so our current model of money, which is very weird, right? It's a fractional reserve system in which we've given the keys to money creation to private banks. The entire world has. There used to be 3 countries that didn't subscribe to it, but now those 3 countries have all given in.
I just always been more worried about there being too many people than too few, because with technology, like over time, you always get people to be more productive. More and more jobs are automated and such, and so if you have, and as such, to me, always the biggest worry of underpopulation was that we wouldn't be able to mass manufacture things on a big enough scale for things to work. So obviously, it's not just that with each population, like smaller populations take small amounts of resources, but at the same time produce less. It's that some resources require like large operations and like require large scales in order for them to just work. But with automation, less people doesn't necessarily mean less things. And so that's why I've never been really too bothered by underpopulation. Personally,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not an economist though, so I.
But it's just like, for example, in America, we pay Social Security. So many people are old versus so many people are young. So in order to provide the services for people that are older, which, for healthcare and things like that, that's the government helps with, like Medicare, Medicaid. You need more young people to pay in than there are old people that are pulling out money. But it gets worse when you look at like macroeconomics, because almost everything is dependent. Like the government borrows money from the Federal Reserve and has to pay it back with interest. Well, that means that money is always debt. So debt accrues interest. So you have to have more money to pay back than exists. So it requires you to keep on producing more stuff as an entire country in order to pay back that stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're borrowing from the future because it's at a loss. Now, the benefit of that system is that a government can't just print money willy-nilly and has nothing to do with anything. And that supposedly caused problems in the past, like pre-1910. But we also need to produce more next year than we do this year. Otherwise, our economy will collapse. Like
Infinite growth.
so so our economic system is predicated on the fact that we will constantly grow. And if we don't grow, then a lot of stuff breaks down. So it's great for innovation. It's great for like funding new businesses and things like that. But it also is not very great if we reach a 1,000-year period or 100-year period where population stabilizes and everyone's economy stays the same.
Or like if, let's say, hypothetically, there's like a global, I don't know, global issue that is directly related to our overproduction of things, where our overproduction of things may be releasing certain chemicals into the air that are warming the global climate. That's just Then also would be pretty not great if everything has to keep on growing, because then we would need certain things to slow down. It would be quite unfortunate. As I mentioned, I am not nearly an economist, so I don't want to make claims about complex systems because complex systems have a tendency to be counterintuitive really often.
Oh yeah, and I'm that's my total knowledge right there. I've said everything on the stream.
One thing additional know is that if I'm not mistaken, governments don't have to borrow money from Federal Reserves, because I'm pretty certain they can also, or at least I suppose, I don't know if they can exactly, but can't they also borrow in forms of bonds?
Yeah, they do. So other countries can buy bonds from them. So the number I threw out.
Countries, you can just
So there's these monetary values like M0, 1, and 2, and they're like money supplies. So M0 is like the cash that exists, and M1 is cash plus like digital banks. So it's like the savings accounts of people, and M2 includes some other items. So like what's interesting is the value. We don't know an actual number, but the estimated value of total quote unquote money in the world, that's the M2 value, is in between 90 trillion and 125 trillion. So I just usually, say that it's about $110 trillion, because that's kind of somewhere in the middle. But the United States is in debt $33 trillion, and a lot of that is bonds to other countries. So what we're talking about in the group is, where is America going? Will we collapse or what? And then I said, yeah, we're in debt 1/3 of all money in the world. Like, that's a big number.
But then the question also comes:
we're in debt 1/3 of all money. That's a lot.
That is something, but then also the question of what's actually going to happen when the bills come due. Because I mean,
Yes.
you need some kind of. I don't mean to get all doomer, but you need some kind of enforcement in order to enforce paying back. If all of a sudden America, let's say, decided that America won't pay back the bills, then what would happen then? I mean, loss of
Yeah.
trust, certainly, extreme loss of trust. No, definitely no one would want to borrow money anymore and such, but that would kind of be it.
Yeah. Well, and also there's a date coming up soon where even if we took all of the money that we produced, uh, there's a point at which we can't even just pay the interest on that loan. And that's coming soon. Right? The time where we can't even put money on the actual debt to make it go lower, but we can only afford to pay the interest. I think that's within like 7 years away.
7 years, that's not much.
No.
Why does
so I don't know the
why does
actual time.
everything major have to happen at the same time? For goodness sake.
I know.
Why can't they just wait?
But it's interesting as a society, right? Because you would think that we would be like building spaceships to go to Mars collectively, and we would like have a goal as a civilization.
You know what this reminds me
I don't
of?
know. What?
Warhammer 40k. I like it a lot, but like in the whole point of it is that everything is going terribly, and
Yeah.
like crushing hopelessness. That's kind of the main theme. And as you get into the lore of Warhammer 40k, then you realize that the current setting, the point at which the thing happens, there are so many problems and like so many things to fight, and I don't like how the parallels between this point in history and Warhammer 40k at this point, because right now there are a lot of problems we need to fix. And the issue is that they are all, in fact, happening at the same time. So
Yeah,
trying
all of them.
The main issue is even how would you. It's not even how would you convince people to rally behind your cause. How would you even guess which cause to support?
Yeah.
You have finite time,
And
finite
then-
resources, finite effort. What do?
Then you're like immobilized too. If there's too much going on, it's like, well, I might as well do nothing because there's too many problems.
Yeah, and
So it leads to inaction.
But that's what I want to. That sounds so curious to see, because I don't believe any of these things will still be like an end case for humanity. Humans are pretty good.
No, we'll just have a
surviving.
world war.
Okay, World War would be a potential for an end case for humanity. I don't see it like.
No, but that's one of the dangers that we were talking about, is that because America is so much in debt, we might just decide to go to war because a wartime economy will fix a lot of the problems. And like that's one of the most messed up things about humanity. It's like,
That is such a that's so idiotic.
yeah,
Because that's basically having an excuse for reorganizing. Is what it is.
yeah,
This problem effectively is a problem of organization of resources, and having going to war as a solution is effectively let's just reorganize in the name of killing people, which is the same thing as I don't like when people say that wars accelerate progress, because they damn well don't. No, what happens during a war is just that different R&D gets a whole bunch of money to kill people, and they develop a lot of things, and that is true. However, many people fail to consider the fact that without a war there is a lot more resources. So if you prioritized research as much during peacetime as you do during war, then during peacetime you would get so much more done.
I agree.
And technology goes so much further. It's so idiotic.
That's why, like, I've tried to come up with a solution I could apply, like as a small individual, like a citizen. And I think the solution would be talk to people with differing political viewpoints to try to find common ground and work together. Like that's my solution. The reason, like wartime, everyone's like, this is the enemy, so we're all united. You know what I mean? But in peacetime, it's like, my fellow citizen is the enemy because they have a differing view. So if we could maybe, this is just hypothetical, it might be idealistic, but if we could try to find common ground with our fellow citizens, and try to unite together outside of war. I don't know. Maybe that it sounds idealistic as it's coming out of my mouth, but
It would be nice if it happened.
it would. But I try to do that. I try to listen to everyone, but everyone would have to do that.
I really like the. This is a very like easy, nice solution because it doesn't have a downside. And this is not my critique of it. I'm just saying in support of it because even if I love these kinds of solutions. Not many problems have these kinds of solutions where you can just do something that's good regardless of whether it works or not.
Yeah,
Like it
and
has
it's something that an individual could do, because like that's what I want to know is what is something that I could apply, because it's cool if I created the best economic system ever, but I can't implement it. So outside of that, how can I help without like directly being a dictator? And so this is one of those solutions where it's like, okay, so if I'm in a group of people that are arguing, if I can try to articulate both sides and try to find some common ground in every discussion, and maybe we can get along more and be more united to avoid having to do some of the more shitty things. And if you lead by example, maybe other people would do the same, because that kind of happens sometimes.
There's this mainly about making there is this also movement of, well, not a movement because it's not really a movement, it's just like what happens where certain antisocial behaviors are regarded as extreme positives. So basically like how very often being selfish is regarded as a positive, or so basically, well, I'm trying to find a way to articulate this, where basically a lot of people are trying to recast certain values as meaning something different they actually mean. So, that person isn't selfish, they're just smart, right? Like,
Okay.
stealing, you're on the Titanic, and stealing the last lifeboat for yourself instead of sharing it with other people isn't selfish, it's just smart. That sort of thing. And
yeah.
I feel like stopping that would actually be, would help that tremendously, because if you just make people realize that being nice is nice, then everyone will want to be nice. And there's this whole other thing where being nice has the opposite effect, where not only is we are trying to recast bad values as good values, but also trying to recast good values as bad values. So, oh, that guy is sharing his lifeboat with other people. Oh no, he's not being nice, he's just being weak or an idiot. Because he could have had it himself. And I feel like that's one of the most harmful things that's happening. So rephrasing. In my personal opinion, I don't know. I'm just some random guy on the internet who's editing a video. What do I know?
Well, there's a group online called like Collapse where they like monitor like what stage we are in collapse. But it's interesting because even let's just say you had as much money as you'd want to, and you're like, oh, civilization is going to collapse because of AI, nuclear war, whatever. You pick your battle, or all of them. But let's say you're going to build a bunker or something. It'd be very difficult to survive as a single individual. You'd almost want like a community of people.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of resources where these books that talks about like, hey, you should go out and talk to your neighbors and see which skills you all have, because just in case the crap hits the fan, you're going to need to communicate and be involved in the community in order to survive or have a better chances. So it like in this survival book, they're like, hey, talk to all your community members wherever you live, or it's kind of interesting.
Good advice.
But it's kind of talking about what you're saying is like I think if you are selfish and wise, you would also be kind. Because if you knew what was truly good for you, you would also be kind, even if you're very selfish. Because we need other people. Just like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
I think it depends on the circumstance. It's because it depends if your actions will have consequences that will drag in your life for a long time or not. So, if is philosophy, depends on what you think philosophy is, complex thing, depends on what your definition is. But it when it comes to would someone who's like extremely intelligent be selfish or not, that depends on the incentives. So I do believe that that's the reason why the internet is in the place that it is. If you're a terrible person on the internet, like if you're selfish, you're hateful and such, you're not really gonna get punished all that much. There's not going to be all that much punishment. If you're really good, you're not gonna be rewarded much. In real life, however, when you're in a community, if you are a terrible person, you will be punished because everyone will think of you as a terrible person. And if you are a good person, then everyone will think of you as a good person, and that will be very nice. So I think that the reason why internet is famous for being such a horrible, horrible place is precisely because on the internet there aren't all that many incentives for people to act the way they do. So I think that in small communities in general, there is a tendency to just for everyone to be nice towards each other, no matter what happens. That is in my personal opinion, simply because of how everything is incentivized.
Yeah, repercussions, and it's very soon. Yeah. Olo 3345 wants to make a protocol and use JSON, but it's a custom TCP/IP protocol. But he's not insane.
Right, TCP/IP. Custom networking protocol. What do you want the protocol for? Just as a fun project to make. And then yeah, go for it.
Made a couple of those.
But I don't know, I'm confused because when you say networking protocol, you can mean a lot of
JSON
things.
is good because JSON declares the headers, right? So a lot of times when people are making protocols, what you do is you have a header that says what will be in the information in the packet. Then you literally will just send binary data that are delimited by some kind of character, whether that be a semicolon or whatever. And then usually when you receive the packet, you'll do a checksum on the data, and then you'll break it apart from its components. So really, you need to find a delimiter, a separating symbol from the data points that doesn't contain, that's not going to be inside of the data itself.
Or alternatively,
So if you're going to send a semicolon, don't have the semicolon be the delimiter.
Or alternatively, the way I've done this whole thing in the past is there was a header, there was a footer, but in between each data point there was a descriptor. So the way you do it is, let me draw a paint because that'll be so much easier to explain. You have
because the problem with JSON always defines like, here's this variable, then the variable. Here's this variable. So you have to define them each time, which is very stupid if you have a large amount of data. You don't want to constantly have double the amount of data sent over the network.
Yeah, in my case, what I used to do in the past, I used to have a header that defines the entire packet of data. You had the footer for help, and then between each data chunk, you had a descriptor, which would just very shortly tell you the data type, simply because I was dealing with C, obviously, and then so type and size, and then you don't need a character that ends it because. So I suppose the other way than the semicolon, and the reason why this is nice is because then you don't need to avoid using any characters. You can use anything from 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
So it's like a mini
1,
header
1.
in front of the
exactly.
the value. So this is a 32-bit float, and it has a length of 32.
Yeah, exactly. Like a mini header before each one. The difference that then you can. Well, not different, but you can then optimize it a bit more, especially when you have like arrays or when you're sending a large bit of data. Then you can just send one of them, so the data type only one, but then the size to be much larger, and then figure it out. Way. That's how I did it for one of my files back in the day.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, and then you probably want to check some in the header too, right?
Yeah, and the header all the things to make sure that data doesn't get screwed up.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you do it that way and there's one bit that's flipped, it can be pretty screwy.
Because then all of a sudden, instead of reading, I don't know, 8 bits, it's reading 248 bits.
Yeah. Why do you have a 33 bit float?
And then you just get an image where it's like a couple of normal pixels and the entire 60,000 by 6,000 black pixels.
Yeah.
Even better, just noise. Data checking is just so annoying though. I always skipped it in the past because I've never made anything that was intended to work. I've always made things for fun. So I didn't need to bother with stuff like data checking. But
Yeah.
my goodness, you really should. You really need this.
Well, like the company Ultimate Robotics, they utilized some packets for their EMG sensors, and it was just all binary data. So when I tried to reverse engineer that data myself, I had to ask their help. But they did it in a very interesting way. But Wi-Fi is very easy to get a packet like messed up, and most of the time it will fix itself just because of like there's hamming codes and checksums already built into it, so it's
Thank
gonna
goodness.
figure out if the packet broke.
Yeah, that's why when I asked the custom networking protocol, like which layer are we talking about? Because
Yeah, and it looked over TCP, so
okay, yeah, that makes sense then.
that'd be the third layer because was it physical. Actually, they changed the layers. There used to be 7 layers, and now it's like 3 or something. As you get older, they start changing conventions, and your information is outdated. What is it? Oh, that should be like a funny Batman quote. It's like either you die a hero or you live so old that everything you know is false or something.
That hero lives so old that conventions change around you.
Yeah. But JSON is one of the stupidest forms of data transfer because of the overhead of defining every single variable with the variable name.
I
Just
text-based data bugs me. Mainly because
Yeah.
because I'm a C programmer, let's be honest. But it bugs me because I see a character as 8 bits. That's what I see it as.
Yeah.
And I see a written character as like half of that. And it just always bothered. That's the reason why I had like my own data type just for my engine, simply because I couldn't have it in me to just save this inefficiently things. Short protocol version, short checksum. I don't quite exactly know what you mean by that, although protocol sketch.
Those are variable types?
No, because then
byte.
they are too short. Unless
Protocol version, checksum, and then a byte was the packet type. So a single one, and then a long, the length of the blob. And the blob would be the data itself. Sure. I mean,
that seems like something.
but it's inside of TCP IP, right? So then it already has the headers required for TCP IP. So this is just inside of the packet. Sure, you're good.
It feels
That'll
that
work.
bit redundant.
Yeah, because there's going to be a checksum, I think, in the TCP IP packet. Because if this is a TCP protocol, it's going to make sure that it received it already, and there's going to be a checksum, right? If it's a UDP
Yeah,
packet,
use UDP if you want to do checksum.
yeah, then you would have the checksum, because then you're not sure if it ever received it, and then you actually have to account for sending the data just in case something didn't get sent. So you have to kind of create your own TCP, but
It bothers me. I don't like when programmers have that thing where they like, you know what I mean, the typical programmer stereotype of thinking they're the most clever and then Stack Overflow and such. And
yeah.
Olo has a tendency to do that, and Olo right now defining that short is 16-bit. Byte is a byte, long is 64-bit to us. It kind of bothers me a lot.
It's condescending.
It is
You don't think
extremely.
we know
It is
that?
extremely condescending to me. It very bothers me a lot.
We're just,
I literally made a video about this.
yeah, no, but that looks good. I mean, you
I
just
think
have
of
to test the
everything.
protocol, right?
You don't.
Like, there's a phase of coding where you actually give it all of its different.
I would
You
even
put
say
inside of it.
that if you.
Sorry, go ahead.
I would even say that if you're doing it for a card game you are making, then you could even slim it down some further. That's because when it comes to the protocol version, for example, and packet type, depending on where you're implementing this, you don't exactly need them. Because
Yeah.
if you are making a card game, that's a very specific example. Normal internet protocols are designed to be extremely general for anything you want. In your case, it's something very specific. So you can just slim it down even further. So for example, on the very beginning, you can just make sure that both players have the same version of the game, and that will also include the protocol version. You can just make sure that both of them are up to date. Then you won't even need to. If you really want to be fancy, you don't even need to send either protocol version or the packet type every single time, because you can just know what kind of data you are sending at any point. Once again, because you're doing something extremely specific. I didn't know what it means, so I tried to help. Well, I didn't know what it means because when I first read it, I thought you were defining the data types you would have included in your protocol, but that was just like a single packet.
It's not peer to peer. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess it depends on the receiver. If it's not peer to peer, then it's asymmetric. Yeah, so I'm not sure the use case. You only define what you need to define, right? It's just a transmission of data. So you're just trying to account for everything that you would need in the transmission of data to make sure that it was read correctly. And if it's TCP, it's already going to cover a lot of the stuff like checksums and making sure the packet got to its destination, so you don't have to worry about much. So really, it's just the data itself arrayed in a way that isn't resource heavy. I mean, and you don't even care about resource heavy. You could use JSON because, I mean, how much data are you sending in the packet? Like,
for a
it's not like it's a video file.
for a card game. For a card game, I don't
for a
think
card
you would reach those limits. Like Jason would do just. I mean, I still get it, as I mentioned.
You should encode them using FFmpeg and FM and make them video
Send
files
images
that are then
of
decoded by the
letters.
AI. Yeah, and then yeah, take them back to their original noise from the neural network, and in that noise is the embedding for all of the card values. You could do that on a modern network and it'd still work. Why are your packets 1 gigabyte? No. What's the max? I can't remember of TCP. Like how many bytes? I need to look that up. Upload the video. Upload it as a YouTube video that's encoding the data in a video form.
Oh wait,
make program download the video and decode it.
What were the fake April Fool's protocols? Because there was like one that's faster than light travel protocol, where if I remember correctly, an AI just tries to guess what you were gonna send. Faster than light protocol.
64 kilobytes is the max.
That's a
for
lot.
TCP segment.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I know. It's a very large amount. I think the peer-to-peer protocols are the most fun because those are the ones I had to design for a couple of projects, and I had a lot of fun doing that.
You just like
And
using
also-
ESP now.
I was. No, but the fact is that you had to have each device is a peer-to-peer network, and you're resolving it. It's very fun.
Oh, I see.
So they all run the same code, but they have to operate differently. Yeah, latency, that's a feature. Set your time TTL values to 0.
No latency. Simple fix.
Yeah. That's what you would do in faster than light protocol.
Yeah, you just set latency 0 and just arrives instantly. I don't know why they don't do it in different games. Honestly, I don't get it.
Me either.
I'm very pleased with myself because recently Caper came at me that apparently in the Discord bot, you can either get the amount of members or you can get the approximate amount of members in the Discord server. And like there are two different functions you can call.
Oh,
And
then you know how fast they're typing, right? If you get the approximate value, because of Heisenberg's uncertainty.
yeah, exactly.
That's why you don't want the exact amount, so that way you know how fast they're typing.
But I think, but I'm really pleased with myself because I think I knew why there was a difference between approximate and actual. And I don't know much about networking, so I'll take any win I can get. It was still a guess.
Yeah.
I'm still not certain. I was guessing it was because of server caching. So the actual one had to call every single server, whilst the approximate just called the cache of the closest. That's my guess.
Oh, that's a really good guess.
Yeah, that would make sense why approximate would be faster and different. I think chess has been played using letters to send the moves. Yeah, but the chess notation for sending moves is designed for humans. So for humans it's really efficient, but for computers it's really inefficient. Simply because you need to send 4 characters, which is maddening. Sending 4 characters for a chess move. In 4 characters, what could you even encode in 4 characters about chess?
The max that you could encode with 4 characters.
No,
30.
I just got thinking if you could. But like the point is 4 characters for chess, for a single chess move is very inefficient. You could do it in less than... You could do it in less than 1 character. Let me think.
Well, yeah, because you would also know the value of who's moving, so you know white versus black. So you wouldn't really have to specify that even.
Yeah, so
You would just have to
6.
specify the piece in which.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong. You would need more than 1 character. Damn it.
Yeah.
You would need 4. That's that box gives you. So 6 of these 6 bits could encode the position onto which you're moving. Then it's so annoying that there are 6 pieces, not the power of 2. Who designed chess? Oh, absolutely awful. Let's pretend that we also include the unicorn and the dragon, because why not, as the pieces. So then
That's stupid.
9 bits, if I'm not mistaken. You don't need to alert if something is a take or a check, because that's implied. I think 9 bits.
So 1 1/8 character.
Yeah, 1 1/8 character. I'm very upset you cannot get it into 1 character. Very bothersome, but
I mean, you wouldn't have to define what piece you're. Oh yeah. Never mind. You might be able to do some trickery there.
could it be optimized even further? I suppose if you're getting really fancy with it, then you cannot actually move with every single piece to every square. So if you use 6, that's terrible. That's a terrible way to do this. If you made a generalized way to index, but then you would need to specify which piece you're using. Yeah, it just causes more problems.
Yeah, because then you have the source and destination.
If you no, hold on. Maximum amount of pieces you can have in chess is 32. That's the maximum. Because there's no way to create new pieces. So if you create a way to index every single piece reliably, and then if you create a generalized way for these pieces to move, then what is the largest amount of moves you can have with any piece? That would be queen in the middle, correct? Queen in the middle on an empty board, or
Oh
on a
yeah,
board
on an empty board. The maximum amount of potential spaces. Yeah.
Hold on, let me just quickly. That's 2, 3, 4, 9. Plus 3, that's 12, 14, 16, 19, 22, 24, 26, 28, unless I cannot count. So that is 4 bits once again. Wait, is it 4? Is that even
4 bits 32.
4 bits is 32, right? So that could be a single character. Because then you specify which piece you're moving, 0 to 32, and then to which move, 0
4
to
bits.
32.
No, 4 bits is
16.
not. Yeah, 16. Sorry,
Yeah, damn it, never mind that.
my brain is.
It would
Don't
take.
listen to me. I just woke
Damn
up.
it. So it would take actually 10 bits. The most efficient I can imagine. I don't think you can get more efficient than that because then you lose information about which piece you're moving. So the point is that like if you have 2 knights that both can move
So-
the same square, you won't be able to specify which knight that is moving that square.
So AI says to arrive at this conclusion, consider that recording a chess move assumes the knowledge of the current position of the board. Right?
Yeah.
And then the bits required to record a move are the minimum needed to select one option from the set. So this is calculated blah blah blah, which equals 8 bits. In practice, this can be implemented by generating an index list of legal moves in a deterministic order, then using an 8-bit index to specify the chosen move.
Oh, how good
So
it
you're right.
feels to be right.
Yeah. So you can do it in 8 bits, so one character.
You can actually do
It
it.
is
Wait,
possible.
so did I miscalculate?
I got to share this in the Discord chat just because this is Grok 4's answer.
I do have to say, then, this is a worst case scenario. This is calculated as the ceiling of the base 2 logarithm of 218. Just send the start position and destination position and have the server figure out the legality on the stuff. So start position, yeah, but starting position, or just starting position and destination position.
Yeah, that's.
But
double
that is more bits, Olo.
You only need to know the destination because.
Yeah, Olo, that is more bits because that's 8 is 3, correct? So that is 12 bits. Because you need x coordinate 3, y coordinate 3, x coordinate of the destination 3, y coordinate of destination 3. Oh my goodness, I am. Well, I feel like we just casually skimmed over the fact that I got it spot on.
Yeah, that was actually really awesome because you're right. I was like, as you're talking about indexing, I'm like, how is that? Like, I still would have to unpack why indexing those moves makes it more efficient. And then you just rattle that off, and I'm like, I'm impressed. So if no one else is impressed, I'm impressed.
Completely useless skill, but it's not. I I do have it.
If we ever have like a half duplex communication in a post-apocalyptic world and we have to play chess, you might be the most favoritive person in your sector.
You know what I did a while back ago? When I was implementing my own, the thing is, as I mentioned, I've never made anything for it to work. I always made things for fun. So I also like to, when I was making my own file type, I wasn't making it to be useful. So what I did is, you sometimes need to send booleans, right?
Yeah.
But booleans have a problem, and that is you cannot save bits. You need to save bytes. So one part of my file protocol was that it was actually compressing all of the booleans that you would send into a byte.
Oh.
Into 8 long packets as a byte, so that you would actually be able to send multiple booleans in a more efficient manner. By the way, absolutely useless. When computers, to say, like, when I say that you cannot deal with bits, you can only deal with bytes, even that has caveats, because, for example, when you want to mallocate a little bit of memory, the minimum you can, if I'm not mistaken, is 4096. That's the minimum amount of bytes you can allocate. So,
Okay.
So processors, the smallest thing a processor can deal with is a byte. But when it comes to computers, it's a lot more. They need a lot more in order to just deal with it. So completely useless and unnecessary. But, well, so was the rest of that code. Might as well have fun. 4096 caused by the operating system, no? Well, yeah, but I mean, how else would you allocate without an operating system? kernels are kind of important when it comes to allocating memory.
And for popcorn,
And for popcorn, yeah.
equally important.
Never had sweet corn, the candy. Never had it in my life. I heard from everyone it's really good.
Candy corn?
Candy corn, yeah. The what's it called? Is it not called candy corn?
Candy corn. Yeah, you said sweet corn.
Oh yeah, candy corn. Sorry, yeah. I don't even know. I've never seen it.
It's it looks like a corn kernel,
like
but it has
yellow-
three colors. It's
Yellow, orange,
yeah,
white.
yellow, red, and white.
Oh, yellow, red, white. I've never had it, and I heard from absolutely everyone that it's delicious.
No, they're lying to you.
Okay, good to know then.
So when I was young, I would go trick or treating. For some reason, candy corn would be in there, and that's like my least favorite. It's like sugar that has food coloring on it and
Oh no, such as
made
that.
into like a Play-Doh consistency.
Oh no.
Yeah, so you eat it and it's like sugar Play-Doh. It doesn't taste like Play-Doh, but why would I know what Play-Doh tastes like? But
I do. Why do I know what? Wait, I know what Play-Doh tastes like. Why do I know what Play-Doh tastes like?
yeah, salty, right?
Yeah, it's like it's. There are these like weird moments in everyone's life when you realize you know something, but there is no logical explanation for why you know this, and there never will be. You just know it.
Well, at some point you put Play-Doh in your mouth. That's how you
It just
know.
unlocked the core memory from just decades ago when I was a child and I ate some Play-Doh, and all of a sudden it just hit me.
Well, that's what's funny about neural linguistics programming, not natural language processing, but what Darren Brown does. And like I was telling you that words are the programming languages of the brain,
Yeah.
which is interesting because you can like embed false memories in people. And the anecdotal evidence is what a lot of magicians do with neural linguistics programming, which is kind of interesting.
I suppose it makes sense.
Yeah. For example, like Simon Pegg, he's a pretty popular actor in like Shaun of the Dead.
I can't say that I'm familiar, unfortunately, no.
Okay, Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead. Anyways, he's in these comedy like zombie movies. But he was with Darren Brown, and so he had Darren Brown had him write down what his childhood dream present was, and he put it in a paper in an envelope. But anyways, during a normal conversation, Darren Brown was asking him questions and like tapping him on the shoulder and doing other stuff. And at the very end, he's like, I got you what you always wanted, And then he asked Simon Pegg, what do you want? What was it that you wrote down the envelope? And he was like, BMX bike. And so Darren Brown opened the box and it was a BMX bike. But then he asked him to open the envelope and it said like dog whistle or something stupid.
Oh my goodness.
And he's like, wait a second. I did write that down. I did. Why do I want a BMX bike? Like literally he implanted the memory of wanting a BMX bike into him.
That's even more impressive.
Yeah. And what's cool about Darren Brown is he actually tells you what he's doing too. And it's something called neural linguistics programming, which is, I think, very fascinating for a computer scientist to try to pick apart what the brain does, because we do encode things in our memory somehow, and we can tap into it, and we can kind of, do some interesting things with humans just using language. I don't know what that has to do with Play-Doh, but you're talking about it bringing up a memory, and like you can actually embed false memories in someone using this method.
Creepy is how I would describe it. Extremely creepy. Horrifying, even.
Well, like subliminal messages. So this is one of the reasons I never watch commercials. Because like back in the day, they used to do these crazy. Because I'm a graphic designer, so I took some design classes, but they would talk about the unethical practices of marketing and how some children's toys, they literally would like maximize them for the kids to scream and throw tantrums the most amount for the product. Like they literally did tests on these advertisements to make the kids cry and scream and wail as much as possible.
Villain behavior. Just,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's something you would expect
But-
from a cartoon villain.
But if you think about it, this is what happens when you try to maximize for certain types of thing in advertising. So you want somebody to buy your product. So even if they don't know why their advertisement would do this, if you just try to make this the most effective advertisement, and that's what your company does, you might inadvertently be using these subliminal messages, even if you're not intentionally doing it. Like I create 15 different videos. I select this video because everyone that watches the video wants to buy the product. You might not know why it's working, but the system we have in play is that these advertisements are meant to tap into your brain. So advertising literally is a type of brainwashing, even if they're not trying to brainwash. So that's why I hate, with double exclamation points, watching advertisements. I do not like them. I mute them every time they show up. I don't even like to look at the screen because I know that they've been maximized to hotwire your brain.
It is Black Mirror, honestly. It's horrifying is what it is. That's the problem of the incentives there.
Yeah,
The incentive
and
is to just brainwash people.
exactly, and they don't even have to. It's like one of those things. Like conspiracies exist. You don't even have to have people agree. You can just have people with like interests doing something, and a seemingly conspiratorial thing, kind of like these advertisements. They don't even have to know why their ads are effective or do it intentionally. They're just trying to get people to buy the product. And if you run the system, they're going to create the most advanced brainwashing techniques if they want to be effective in their job, right? So that's what happens when you play that out. If it's possible, it's going to be done by advertisements.
The idea of the fact that like our brains are material always is, I do believe, one of the most unsettling facts you can have as a person, because that's when you realize that like it's just like any other object, your brain.
Yeah, it's fallible.
Yeah, it can be just modified.
Yeah. So that won the Nobel Prize too. I think recently, where they made dots on the screen move up, down, left, or right, and they had an electrode embedded in the person's brain, and they stimulated this part of their brain while the dots were moving down, and the whole time this person is just pressing the arrow key for what direction the dots are going.
Mhm.
And they stimulated the electrode, the dots were moving down, and the person said that they were moving up. And so it's like your whole reality is subject to alterations, and you're not viewing reality. You're actually viewing what your brain is interpreting it. So the dots were not moving up; they were moving down, and they definitively showed that.
Weekly dose of existential dread.
Yeah, there you go.
Monthly even.
You're welcome.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Well.
That's what I needed. I'm right now in a state where I can't even remember back in the day where I used to get like these, what should I call them? There's not quite panic attacks. Panic attacks are momentary and extreme. It was more like moments of dread about AI safety.
Yeah.
It would just happen every now and then. And this, like, if you brought up this back then, I would have just been gone. That would be, I wouldn't have recovered. I would be locked up in a padded room, and that's it.
Aren't you right now?
Right now, my room isn't padded.
Yet.
I'll be installing the.
I mean, did you feel like all the YouTubers who like surround their fucking studios in like this foam, isn't it just padded rooms?
That's genuinely what I thought of when you.
Oh, I have a padded room.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Like,
Oh.
in a padded room. Holy
Yo.
shnikes.
I was going to say that I am eventually going to install the pads, and then it's going to be a padded room, precisely for that reason. Funny enough, when I moved into this apartment, my contract has that exact sociopathic padded look. I would give you a picture right now, but I have covers on. It's a strategy I employ. I basically, to focus on the video, I'm just like closing myself off to the outside world to minimize distraction. It's too
Oh
much.
my god, I just want to apologize.
What?
Like I said, you made me sad. It didn't actually make me sad. I just want to really go, and I didn't want to interrupt Terta for too long.
No, it's fine in that case. You can just say you want to go. It's alright.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Did feel quite bad, and the entire time I had in the back of my mind that I made you sad. But
Yeah, no,
next
it's
time,
more just Remco. I'm sorry, I just didn't do too many words.
I mean, no.
Didn't
In
come
that,
out
if
as
it
I
was
wanted to.
if it was Remco, that's still on me because I my responsibility still. I'm not gonna start offloading
Hey,
everyone.
that's only you. You're not fucking responsible how people behave, like in your fucking
In this
group.
case,
That's not
very
really-
much yes. That's the point. That's very much the point in this case. I am very much responsible by how people behave. Like, listen,
No, I mean-
it does get bad at times, but we have to acknowledge reality that it is. That just the picture is
Don't say
bad.
like I didn't provoke like at least a little bit, you know?
No, but in this case,
saying the BDS.
in this case, I do believe it's a very important thing to be acknowledged. That the main reason why, like, really often people wonder. There's this one guy who I ban them or did I curse them? I don't even remember what I did to them. But the point is,
Both.
but possibly both. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, I did something. All right, I unleashed my godly judgment, and they were. And they were like very picky about it because they were complaining. They were bringing up other people, and I was just like, and I just explained to them that they just straight up sent things I didn't like, and what people message on the Discord server does reflect on me. When someone joins in a Discord server and they see the messages, then they will assume that I approve of this message, and I'm not even gonna complain here because rightfully so. It's my Discord server. I'm not saying
yeah.
it to complain because it's just an accurate thing. So I am responsible. It's just
I mean,
objectively
ethical
true.
moderation, yeah, it's important.
No, in general, I'm just responsible. That's the point.
Mhm.
I think the point that Kat's making is that you're irresponsible.
Hey, don't put those words in my mouth, okay?
I mean, listen, that's not exactly false either. I am. Yeah. I'm just making.
Whenever
You
you get
are.
a whole bunch of different personality types in a room, it is always difficult.
I did mention it.
Especially, you don't get the social cues of people's faces either. Like, a lot of times I have super dry sarcasm, but you can't tell. And if you knew me better, you'd know that I'm actually really kind and I'm trying to be, I don't know, whatever. A lot of that doesn't come across.
I
online.
do believe
Yeah.
that doesn't come across in general in between people, and also another thing that honestly a couple of things. But first one is like the easiest example of that is how often we interrupt each other. It's a thing. On the very beginning, right as you joined the stream, first thing we did was just interrupt each other for non-stop 20 seconds, and that's because you just are lacking the typical social cues to figure out what to say when to say it.
Yeah, you don't see people opening their mouth.
Yeah, but I had another thing to say, but I already have forgotten by now. Give me a second. I need to remember. You can keep going.
Exactly. And like it's also whenever there's like a little bit of silence, you automatically believe that there's something you need to fill in. Therefore you go for it, and then but the other person wasn't technically done talking or also wanted to fill in that silence, so you just keep on
Yeah. Or two people go for the same time and you have like fucking goats butting heads.
yeah.
And Discord adds a second delay, so
That,
because of where you're
that
at
too.
geographically.
Like
Mhm.
two people,
Yeah.
like two people on the street, and you're walking head on each other. So you move left, but the other person moves right. So he's still walking towards each other, and so the other person moves left, but then you move right. For no particular reason. Are you making a weapon thingy anytime soon? No, I'm making armor.
Yes.
I'm doing the opposite.
Are you making a flamethrower with rocket fuel or something?
Yeah, but remember when I tried that and I couldn't get the ethanol hot enough?
Mm.
That was my issue. I was trying
Like a pulse jet.
I was trying to build a flamethrower out of ethanol. My idea was that I could boil ethanol, and then if I moved it with an air pump, I would just get like a really nice and big flame. But I would need to get like ethanol, let's just say dangerously hot. So even for my standards, dangerously hot. I could just look into other chemicals, but I feel like if I look into other chemicals, then that just might be straight up illegal. So I could do
Make a
gasoline, I
pulse
guess.
jet.
Pulse
A
jets.
pulse
What have
Out of what?
Yeah. Ethanol. So look, if you take a mason jar and fill it up with like a fourth ethanol, and you drill a hole in the top, you'd have to change the diameter of the hole, but then you would just light where that hole is. It will create like this pulse jet. So it should ignite the ethanol. The pressure lowers. And anyways, pulse jets are the easiest type of jets to
Oh,
make.
but that's kind of what I mentioned, except the addition of like boiling ethanol would just make more gas, more of it come out more hotter. But in my pickle, the issue I had is that I wanted it to have like I don't want to say I wanted it to be practical because let's be honest, nothing I've ever made was practical. But I wanted it to work as a flamethrower. I wanted to just build a gun.
I wanted a practical flamethrower
Exactly.
for zombie killing.
Make it, have you considered 50% diesel and the 50% ethanol mix? No, what I have considered is just gasoline, straight up. But I don't have the workshop for that sort of thing. I feel like if I burn down my apartment, I might run into some issues. So yeah, that's why I'm not doing it. That's why I'm building the mask for now, or the armor. The big speakers have inspired me. I'm gonna put them on my shoulders actually, not the mask.
armor?
And so,
You mean, yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, we already had this discussion, right? The mask is gonna expand.
Oh yeah, I guess that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna save the mask and I'm just gonna keep going and
You
build my
wanna be
entire
a
body.
full Iron Man?
Well, it's gonna be Plastic Man more because we know we're on a tight budget. But yeah, you get the
Make
idea.
it, man.
Make it.
I
Man.
mean, Hot Man.
I'm just, I'm just gonna be. I'm just gonna be make it. But yeah, I. That's why it bothers me so much because these speakers, I really wanna model the holders for these speakers, put them on my arms, and then I could have. I ordered a bunch of connectors, like typical cable connectors. One of them has, I think, 10 wires. So what I can do is then I can take the mask. On my spine in the back, I could install like a small... I can make like a small device. The point is as a connector. And then I could have it permanently attached to the speakers. But add the connector on the top for the mask. So I can put on the mask, put on the speakers, then connect them together, and then I can have an audio system. And comically enough, the best part is, none of the steps in that process are difficult. There's just a lot of them. So, hence the main, work on the video, finish it, do the thing.
Yeah.
What, insurance doesn't cover flamethrower accidents? I don't think if you're the one who's building the flamethrower, they cover it. So. Although they did cover my old flat, so what would I know? I haven't recklessly spent the safety deposit money, by the way. I try to. I can't bring myself to do it. I'm bad at spending money.
Save it.
I'm so bad at spending money. I still have all of the money from that deposit. I just as much.
Let's say you're bad at spending money. That's a good trait, which you also don't have.
Well, no,
Yeah.
because it's not that I like. It's not that I like don't recklessly spend money. It's I just have buyer's remorse. This is a bad thing. It's kind of like the classic example, right? If you have a toaster that's burning your toast and you don't want it to burn your toast, so you're just cooling it down with liquid nitrogen. Like, that's not what you want. In my case, I do spend money recklessly. The only difference is that I have the counterbalancing force of just having extreme buyer's remorse, so I don't like buying things. I'm just gonna put all of it into my savings account. I also have another problem with Patreon this time, because the only way to get money out of Patreon is through PayPal. And the issue I have there is that PayPal has been a little bit picky as of late, let's just say. Recently, I got the absolute banger notification as I was trying to pay All Matter for their lovely art. I just got the absolutely amazing notification that due to regulations, I just cannot make the payment. They didn't elaborate on what regulations. That's literally what you said. Just due to regulations, I cannot make the payment, which is great.
Brilliant.
Because it's my only way to get money to my account from Patreon, so just holding it all over there. Well, whatever, that's boring. That's boring. Back to the speakers, are more exciting. I still need to figure out how to do the I2S, how to exactly deal with it, because doing with MicroPython, not MicroPython, just Python. My goodness, I keep forgetting I'm not dealing with microcontroller. I could just do it with Python, but No, I think I just have this C programmer ego on me. I need to get over and do it in Python.
You and your big ego.
It really is it, yeah. Because like there is no real downside doing it in Python because I don't need speed exactly.
Yeah.
Python burn.
You love using Python, don't you? You
I
love
do.
using Python.
I mean, yeah, Python is great. I need to use it more. C is way more fun to me. I do just have way more fun making things in C. But Python's what I should do.
Because you have to make things in C.
Yeah, in C you don't have the choice. But I really like it, just developing standards. Oh, my most minimal
C make.
my most minimal C code where it was the entire boilerplate. You just had the main function and then you just had a single line that was a while loop. And the way I did it is this is so boring, by the way. Like, you would really need to be into computer science to find it interesting. But basically,
Tell us.
I had an array of function pointers where each function just took a void pointer as the input. And then the while loop looped through every single function because or I think it was a for loop that incremented. The point is it looped through every single function in the array, and that way you can just have the entire program on a single line. Not even on a single line, but like you can have the entire program in 30 characters. But because you're just using libraries anyway. Why don't you code it on a Minecraft computer? You can use the TixBit command to run the game and therefore code infinitely fast. That's a genius. That's like the faster than light protocol we've talked about before. You just build a computer in Minecraft, set the tick speed to infinity, and then it just... why haven't they thought of it, honestly? These scientists are just... Why
I'm gonna go. I need to make some coffee because I just woke up, but I'll be
fine.
listening.
It's fine. Thank you so
Coffee,
much for
what the
joining,
hell?
Tefta.
We're kids drinkers here.
Well, right now, temporarily. Irish exit.
Alright, we can do anarchy now.
I'm still editing.
What?
Turtle's not here anymore.
Still listening.
We can do anarchy though, now that he's not here.
It's right here. There we go.
What? I'm not.
Right. If the
I
science
don't
of
know.
free weed, they would have figured it out decades ago. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the program I'm running on.
Meow.
Okay. I'm at 6 minutes out of 20 something.
Mm-hmm. That's like 5 more minutes, I reckon.
Yeah, sounds like 5 more minutes of work.
Because I'm an old man, you'll have to act older when I was
Yeah.
streaming. Actually, no, Tefta. Oh, that was the thing I wanted to say. Remember when I said, hold on, I had something to say, but I forgot? That was the thing I want to say. Earlier on in the stream, I did mention that since the only thing tying my community together is that everyone here likes science, and there is no bias towards any kind of character trait, because of that, we have a lot of very different a lot of different characters on the server. And as such, it sometimes is really tricky to find a middle ground between the characters. Nice to me. I don't know, I'm struggling with that.
I mean, do you have to find a middle ground? Is it like something you have to do?
Well, I don't know. Imagine Reblax talking to Flame. Well, actually, no, that would still be kind of... Imagine Macaroni talking to Flame.
I don't know them.
Flame is like... Flame is like an
Well,
extremely...
that's what I do is whenever if I can.
You're cutting out like crazy. Discord is blending you.
Oh, sorry.
But
Yeah.
Flame...
What I'm saying is,
Flame is effectively just like a very stable person. I just say.
What?
That's how I would describe them. In for
Hello?
the purposes
Can you
of
hear me
this.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
what I was saying is, when I'm like with Turfta, for example, in DC, I just shut up because I'm so fucking incompatible with him.
Well, no,
I'm
don't
just funny
shut up.
fanboy.
I don't...
He's just the dry text guy.
don't...
You know, I just can't. It's just I don't fit with him at all. So I just don't.
You're
talk.
both
But he's
autistic.
smarter
That's...
anyway.
Don't say all of the things. There's so many
Austin.
things to clean up. I'm not trying to create tier. No,
What
that's
do you
not what I
mean?
want to do. Okay, I want to make this clear. The point is that there are a lot of different character traits people have. I'm not trying to find the best one and then maximize it. What I'm trying to do is find the middle ground between them. Or even better, middle ground isn't actually the proper way for it. I'm trying to find the best compromise here. Something that would work for all.
Well, we don't have to have. It isn't always a compromise. You don't have to have everything at everybody at the same time. Like again, if there's thirst, I just don't talk as until there's no more thirst. Then I can actually be a comic relief. You know,
Hmm.
it's not like I'm not hurt anyway by doing that. You know.
Still doesn't feel right.
No,
Just give him a hard time
And
and try.
how the hell would you help there? You know, like you don't need to be.
I'm trying to figure out. Hold on, I have some fries.
There's time for
I'm gonna
everything. You don't have to
lunch.
fucking mishmash everything together.
I'm out of fries. Damn it.
Bro did not put the fries in the bag.
Well, no, I just took them out actually. I only have two.
Mm,
Two fries.
2 fries.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're on a
Damn.
budget, alright? I'm getting paid in nickels. I like that I can say that now. Well, I suppose I need to finish the video first. To make
Like all the fries.
Bro,
Yeah,
pulled the
yeah.
fries out of the
Finish
bag.
videos so you can fucking get yourself drunk.
They are really dry.
Oh, you think all the fries?
I just
Oh,
ate.
it's terrible.
I did just eat all the fries. All two of them.
All 2. The singular amount of rice. Or no, the smallest amount of rice, but it's a plural amount of rice.
Yes.
I need another piece of music for
Meow.
this chapter.
I'm very smart, yes. Meow meow fanboy.
Did you see the Capers message about malware? Vibe yet?
Oh no, I have the chat open. What did it say?
Oh, it's in the giver chat.
Oh, in the giver. Hold on. See? Giver. Gay fanboy.
Yes, it's the malware.
What it is? Who back? Or when I gay fanboy.
Apparently, gay fanboy botness uses the string meow meow as a trigger to activate its backdoor functionality.
Oh yeah. Me when I said meow meow and then you enter my back door.
That is just such a. I love the fact that this is a genuine piece of malware, and I imagine some serious people have to discuss it.
Oh yeah.
How am I supposed to represent
Oh, you
conjugated
can
pi bonds?
gay fanboy virus on your next lecture.
How am I supposed to represent a conjugated pi bond of a character? I'm just gonna add a donut. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do different
Donut.
donuts of different wobbliness. That would be
Nuts.
You can do a melon.
not the melon again. We've had enough physics. No more melons.
Yeah.
This is real physics done by real physicists.
Can I do a torus? I cannot do a torus. Right, I remember. I need to do a mesh circle. No wait, circle. Curve circle. Right. And then curve
Squircle.
to mesh. Like this. Onto something.
Am I onto you?
I need please tell me they are arranged some kind of logical way. Yes, thank you, Make It. Oh, Make It, you are incredible. Because right now I can just change this. Smaller radius. There we go.
What are you up to, Macaroni?
Up to no good.
Mm,
Brilliant.
I'm reading my favorite story. I have no hands and I must stroke it.
damn.
Yep, from Harlan Ellison.
I have no mask and I must stream.
Listen, if you were a fanboy, you could do it hands-free. That's what I'm gonna say.
What?
Come on, do you remember the orange and blue meme?
Yeah. What about it?
I want to make I have no mask and I must stream, but I need to find an image that would be. Hold on, I'm getting distracted again. Give me a second, everyone.
Add another 5 minutes to the video, to the
It
stream.
ain't make it stream if there are no
This is my break,
placement distractions
alright?
all the time.
This is my break. And the entire stream working so far. This is my break.
Time to make it singular meme. And then
Yes,
have all
yes.
matter make it back better.
This is okay. I can pull it off. I feel like I could pull it off. Let me just.
I believe you.
What is the easiest one? Because I can. That was easy. It's quest of though. No, that's a rectangle. That's the most idiotic thing.
No.
Well, actually, no. No, I have done pretty dumb things in the past. There is not a single K.
Hmm.
It would have been too easy. There isn't a single K in this entire
Maybe
image.
at the bottom.
The font.
Hmm.
Is it gonna be a new thumbnail for a stream?
That's for all of them.
Image that go hard right next to home.
Dr. Home, you mean? How do I do? Because I mean, if I'm doing it like that, I might as well just do it with the font all the way. When your face reveal show you have no mouth under the mask. I'm just like, oh, what was the name of the guy? The DC Universe, I think. There was like a guy who had no face.
Batman.
Close enough.
Listen, I know my DC universe, guys. Trust me.
Lorem ipsum. I have no lorem ipsum.
John and Lauren.
Jorking it straight up.
Everybody asks
I
who is
wait. Oh my goodness. Dark, you brilliant son of a bitch. Oh, Dark, you beautiful son of a gun.
you know.
Ah, why isn't the reader? Could I make why? Could I make a
You
Y?
could cut off the V. Or make it smaller and put it on
Yeah,
top of an I.
I suppose that's all I can do, isn't it? Right. Comical amount of effort once again for I have no clue what, honestly. It's not
This
about the
is
money, it's
real
about sending the
memes
message.
done by real streamers.
Streamer participating in an activity known as streaming.
It does everything but stream.
Make it does everything but.
But this is good, I like this.
Oh, that didn't really land it.
I do believe it's called, what I'm doing right now, it's called art. That I
True.
believe is the name for it.
Yeah. That's what I do, and I do the most abysmal meme ever posted for my art channel. You know. I think of myself.
What are you working on, make it? Alpaca, you wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it. Make it. Do you want a face reveal one day? Because as much as I'm interested equally much, I hope you don't. Right now, the Chris Hunters with a mask face reveal will ruin that. That depends. I don't plan on doing it, but I'm not against it either. It's kind of like. It's not that I want to hide my face, it's just that I don't care for showing it, you know? Unless you don't know what I mean, in which case, just. Stop. Okay, this and then the eye.
Maybe even squash it a little bit.
Dance. No. The answer is no. This way.
Doesn't show skin. You mean German Let's Play? Adrian?
Huh?
Adrian is talking about a German guy who doesn't show his face either.
A German guy.
German YouTuber.
There's probably 5,000 YouTubers like that.
But only one make it.
Probably more than 10 boys.
What? Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that guy.
That meow.
Yeah. Drum Let's Play has been inactive for a while. Certainly.
Straight up meowing it, and by it I just say my catsy.
What?
Now there's one last thing I'm missing, and that is the make it mask. Funny enough, I don't have quite as many images. I have this, which usually works for most videos. How am I gonna slice this cat?
You slicing me now? What the hell? First acid, now slicing. Meow.
Backwards. I have no money. I was stupid. I just took a brief look back on what I created. I just okay.
What that silly boy?
Now this looks just like the book cover.
Yeah, there's no difference whatsoever.
See no difference.
They are the same picture.
Yeah, very same picture. Oh. Right.
Okay, almost perfect, but there is one last thing missing, and that would be
So much effort for a shit post.
yeah. You just described like
That's how they always come out.
that's just my channel. So much effort for a shitpost should be the name of my autobiography.
Hmm.
Should be the name of you.
That's my legal name. I'm John. So much effort for a shitpost.
I thought you were John
Damn.
Make It.
Yeah, but my middle name is so much effort for a shitpost.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah, no, he's John shit.
Okay, now memes. Well, there we go. I have no money.
Mhm.
I have no water by my stream.
No money in my stream. This is idiotic. This is so idiotic. This is so dumb. So utterly and completely dumb. Can I even post that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Because I think the aspect ratio is wrong. I think
What is
YouTube
silly?
has limits for aspect ratios.
You've made a perfect meme. There will never be a better meme than that.
I mean,
It's just like Megadeth with Rest in Peace.
that's it. That was my break. Oh, I'll be right back in a second. Give me a second.
Meow.
Yeah.
What if we kissed by the trans-inclusive anti-homeless spikes?
I have no money and I was
Hi, bud.
stream. So dumb. Okay. I was a bit peckish, so if you will don't mind, I'm gonna cut myself my
Hello?
Yeah, I heard you. Don't worry. So I'm a bit peckish, so if you all don't mind, I'm gonna eat a bit, but only a bit. Yum. Okay, brilliant. That was my brief lunch break. Now back to work.
Alright, forgot that the
Oh.
country you live in is an absolute shithole.
Well, why?
What? How does that relate to anything?
Because it's water.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Nothing.
Huh?
Macaroni just heard the quality of my water and it wasn't very good.
Yep.
Yeah, no. No, these countries, like US, they all like, they have milk in their things.
Lead?
Meow. Where are you from, Macaroni?
I'm from Austria.
You're from the Austria. Really?
Austria? Österreich?
Do it in the fanboy voice, yeah. Yeah, now it's speaking my
That's not my
voice.
fembo voice, that's my Nazi voice.
You.
What did you say you cut out?
That's not my femboy voice, that's my Nazi voice.
No.
Cannot.
With fucking internet.
I'm not. Fuck off. I was working.
Meow.
Just. I'm not even. I'm not even going. I'm just gonna drink my tea and work. Whatever.
Oh fuck, right on actually.
Okay.
Yeah, keep working.
Working. You're working it. More like.
Oh, I'm working it. Oh, I'm working it.
Yeah. So. I know I provoked the joke, but stop.
Alright.
Why are so many fucking ants here? What the fuck? Man. You know?
Bro thinks he's the.
The mauler. I'm the meow. I'm the man who meows.
Bro thinks he's the man who meows.
Yeah, you're right. I'm a girl who meows. My bad.
Damn.
Straight up transing it. And by let's just say my gender.
What?
Huh? Go. Go.
Ah, damn it. Actually, never mind. Not damn it. It's a pretty simple fix.
Fuck, I'm too tired for this. Gotta go.
Yeah.
Why so
alright.
sleepy?
Why so serious? Because I can't sleep properly.
Damn.
It's a difficult skill.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
See ya.
Well, good night.
I'm also bad at sleeping. Can I get some practice?
See ya.
I think Genesis will make it.
Yeah, I know. Where does this go? Oh, right, it flips. No, that makes sense. Just sucks that each frame is rendered 7 minutes after I started rendering it.
Oh, wow.
See? What?
Make it.
Yep. So,
Wanna play some chicken horse?
here's the video.
Mm. Good answer.
No. What I've been doing the entire
I'm
stream.
in a fucking forest again.
It's next to the normal forest, isn't it?
Oh, you mean yeah, you wouldn't fuck this forest, would you?
I saw
It's
it.
very
I saw it.
readable, is it?
I saw it in the font of "You wouldn't download the car." That's the font I saw when you said it.
You wouldn't fuck a forest. Damn. That's so hard. And I don't. I wouldn't fuck a forest.
Damn it, Premiere, get your act together. Cool, there we go. Okay, there we go. 7 minutes, 7 minutes and 40 seconds so far.
What, 12 more minutes?
15, 17, something like that. That ballpark. Well, I haven't even started on the last chapter, but something.
You get there.
What's happening, Cassie? You're possessed by a demon.
I'm sorry, the cards outside. Outside my house, there are some cars driving. I'm sorry, my bad. You know, you get the drug racers.
I get it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm exhausted. I need a break. It's been 3 hours. I need a break.
Oh.
I'm gonna go and eat something.
Fair enough.
Yep. I will hopefully do another stream later. If I won't done this, I'm just still looking at the video, having my allotted mental breakdown, singing Wild Girl music, stuff like that. It's all part of the creative process. Except this time I don't have caffeine, so I'm curious to see how it will work out. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching and have a great day.